Hello, everybody, and welcome to Maximum Libertarian. I am Brian.
And I'm Dean.
And we first want to say thank you for joining us. Please, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like and share this video. I just took Dean saying, what are you supposed to do with that like button?
You smashed the motherfucker with this.
There we go. There I am, just stepping all over Dean's line. I knew better than that. Unreal.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey, first and foremost, I think our last video, I think I was sharing with you recently. It was called what was it? Democrats censor everything. I can't remember what.
It was about Democrats censoring.
Yes. Well, we got some negative comments. Well, we got one negative comment.
We love you for that.
And, what's that?
We love him. Bring the hate.
Well, I have no issue about you. It was Democrats silence everything. I don't have an issue with your comments. I gladly just would love to see them down there so we can debate them, and maybe you can change our mind. Me or Dean don't sit here and stand on a totem or some type of what would it be called? We don't sit on an ivory tower and say that everything that we say is absolutely correct. But when you when you try just to be mean, well, I will remove your comment. But I would love to have good comments down below, if it from the left, from the right, from libertarians. Please.
Exactly. We ain't trying to shut you up, but let's be respectable about the way you come at us. And secondly, we're respectful of the way we come at you. And we just don't go after Democrats. We go after Republicans. And we have been known to call out other libertarians and any other political party. So please do not engage in that. Be smarter. We'll happily debate you on a thought process, but don't be derogatory towards us, because we won't accept that shit.
Correct. We don't need to give you our form. Or we don't need to give you our platform to be your forum to criticize us. That's all I have to say about that real quick. But we always welcome comments. But today's video is Libertarians, stop eating your own. We're in a day and age right now, Dean, and I know you know it. There's zero reason why the libertarian movement isn't getting double digits. Not 2-3% on an election night. We should be getting 20 plus points. We should be winning things, because Republicans and Democrats have done such a bang up job either moving too far to the right, too far to the left. And then what happens is when they move that way, that's a rhetoric. It spins up their base. But then when you watch how it gets voted on in Congress, tell me the difference between the two.
There isn't. You saw a double impeachment now of President Trump today. Because of it.
That was pointless in doing. I think they stand there. You had so many people come out and say, it's time we unify and unite this country. But for the past 4 years, I've heard nothing but hate and division. You can't, and then to top it off, you're ending it with this group that's upset, just like 4 years ago when the left was upset. You're having the left just doing a pointless stunt again to anger and divide that right side. They're never coming back, I don't know.
That's the problem. I mean, they want to unify things, I cannot say the past 4 years, past 8 years, really. Obama wasn't great. And then we rolled right into Trump, which he's caused his own issues, and his mouth causes issues. I really don't even know if to consider them Republican, really, anymore. They're really so far away from their values of the GOP that they're not even, I would not even consider them Republicans, the ones that are like diehard Trump fans. I consider them a totally separate entity, because they've went so far off the rocker that Mitch McConnell is willing to impeach Trump, and that's even sicker. I really don't care about the other two parties. I'm trying to grow our party, and the way to do that is stop chopping each other's heads off. We have caucuses to chop other caucuses' heads off. We have people that disagree with each other. We have people that are in affiliates that disagree with each other. I mean, people need to just understand to agree to disagree and move on.
Well, I think what you need to do is, first and foremost, the Libertarian Party, and then they don't have caucuses inside themselves, is kind of silly because you have an extremely small group of people, and then you want to make even another extremely small group of people. And then it was like, what's the point in that? You're never going to win. If it's the radical libertarians, the socialist libertarians, which makes no sense to me, but okay, whatever.
Most libertarians, look it up, is a they try to say they're not, but look it up. It says DSA within it, so it's really, I don't understand how it's even libertarian. But
that be it here or there, we have a lot of different groups within inside.
Pragmatic caucus.
You will never see me join a group. I might listen to them. I might be friends with multiple.
Jesus caucus.
Like, because in some aspects, I lean towards radical libertarians, but there's no point in me sitting there saying, I'm not going to go out there and vote because he's not radical enough. Because like here in the state of Virginia, what we need to do is get 10% of the vote. So if all libertarians would say, hey, we've ran candidates, and I can name them, but I'm not, that I wasn't the craziest about, but I gave them the vote because I want that 10, and if I want the 10%. If we get 10%, we become a major party. We're going to be able to get different things done. We don't have to collect signatures, which saves us money. And in turn, that's what I'm looking for. I also think individual libertarians should sit there and say, hey, if I don't like the candidates that are getting put up, get active within your affiliate, get active at your state and local, your state and local areas.
Absolutely.
And that's how you can change. You don't like the candidates? Then you change it. If you don't think the affiliate's doing a good job, then guess what? Become the chair. It's not that hard to get a volunteer position. Trust me on that one. Anyone that wants my chairmanship can have it. I mean, I'm not going nowhere, but
we need backup.
You need backup, and you need a fresh set of eyes. But what we've got right now is we've got now with the Democrats and the Republicans, and they're looking for a home. We need to be that home for them. And when they show up, just because it's going to be scary to some people. Freedom is scary. That's what people should understand more than anything, because right now we've got the government telling us how they're going to control our health care and how they're going to help us with Social Security and how they're going to do it. But if we were really put in charge of all of that stuff, it would be kind of nerve-wracking. And I think humans would do better that route. But at the first few years, it's going to be a bumpy ride. And but when the Republican shows up or the Democrat shows up, just because they're saying they're not going to burn the state down, don't run them off. What you do is you bring them in. And look, they might be a horrible person in being a libertarian. They should be a Green Party, or maybe they should be in the Constitutional Party. Send them there, but be polite, be respectful. Don't call people names like the individual did here to me and you the other day, which is fine. Once again, I'll just remove your comment. It don't break my heart. The thing is too, and I saw when Steve Alberto ran for city council here, they made a Reddit form and they were taking shots at him on there. And the thing that I made, I saw you were in the comment section. I made a comment to you and Caesar. If you're not going to use your real name, I don't really take nothing to what you're saying unless you're making a personal threat. Am I correct? What do you think?
Absolutely.
So
I have no idea why somebody would want to do that. And I'm running for House of Delegates. It's a thing too. It's like it's been good so far. I mean, Terry, which is going to be my opponent, he's actually a friend on Facebook. We compliment on each other. There's no hard and ugly I'm not sure. I don't think it will go that way because I'm not that type of person to try to play dirty politics. I mean, we don't know what'll happen, but I'm just that type of person. I'm just trying to bring this message of liberty and what could be different about the way we do things to the front. Like, I'm happy I've gotten these cards remade because it says to pay for an authorized by, which I didn't do the last time. I had the stamp on the back, and it tells my website, but it's, repeal the red flag laws, electoral reform, deregulation on farmers, and fair tax. I mean, that's simple stuff that can be done in this state and not that hard to do. Like, and it's a lot of top priorities for depending on where your area is. Now, Caesar would be in a little bit different. Like, he would be good with the electoral reform, the fair tax idea, and the red flag laws. But you really don't have too many farms in Roanoke City. Like, you have to find a couple of good positions that we all can agree on that are running for House of Delegates, saying as Libertarian, and then a couple of the ones that are locality based, and that's where farmers are huge in Botetourt and Bedford County. That's just part of this area. But we all run under the same thing, and our message needs to be louder because the more we get loud about our message, the better we are. I might lose this, but if I've come out and changed people's minds, gained more party members, and showed them there's a different way, that's a totally different situation. That's right. How you should be as a Libertarian. Everybody's working together, and cross the lines. If a Republican that's very liberty minded, as I do, that's a district to the right of me that's running as a Republican, but he's not the classical normal Republican. He's more of a liberty, I would say, a small L libertarian that's running as a Republican. Yeah, I don't mind saying some good things about that person because they're trying to get some of what we're getting across to the state also. So you find the goods between everybody and try to get things correct. We need that. I'm an independent area. We know Lacey Putney run this area that I'm in for many years as an independent. It's a good chance that I could get some traction here. But overall, you can't be chopping each other's heads off. You have to have libertarians that work together. I don't care if you're in the Mises caucus and the pragmatic caucus, you need to work together. I don't care if you're a radical libertarian or a socialist libertarian. We all need to work together. And beyond all that, if we divided, together we stand, divided we fall. If we divide ourselves into those caucuses, we're going to fail. If we stand together as one, we're going to succeed, and we're going to make some leadway. So that's where we need to be looking at things. We need to stop this caucus BS. We need to stop affiliates that may be more liberal and some that may be more conservative. And then you have the people that are actual libertarians that are maybe classical liberal libertarians that don't agree with them. We have to come together as a whole. It doesn't matter what state you're in, what country, even if out of the country there's libertarians. So you have to really look at things and put everything together and work as one. Because if you don't work as one, if you don't work with your local affiliate, you don't start in the affiliate level, you're going to fail. I'm sorry, I'm just going to be straight with you. You need to start with that affiliate level. Then, like I did, I started with the affiliate level, got to district secretary under the 6th district, the 5th district chair, and now the 5th district desk secretary, and the secretary of the LPVA. I moved up, but there needs to be somebody that's there that is as passionate as you, ready to take that spot to keep our party fluent.
Mm-hmm. So, but that's really what we wanted to use this video for today, was just, we've got a lot of individuals that's probably going to be coming over to the Libertarian Party. And number one, we've got to welcome them. That's number one. Number two, we got to teach them better. We got to show them the ideas of the Libertarian Party and show where they can fit. And wherever they can fit, let them fit there, because they're going to gradually flip over to us. I'll guarantee you, I've seen it so many times. I've seen it with myself because when I came in, I was more of I came from the Republican Party. Even though on the World's Smallest Political Quiz, I was 90 and 100, I still felt that there was issues and ideas that the Libertarian Party offered that the more I read about, the more I saw them. It was the more I said, all right, that's where I want to go. And now
exactly the opposite. I came in from I call it the Blue Dog Democrats. I was more or less a Blue Dog Democrat, and I crossed over. I'm more now I'm more conservative than I've ever been, and I think a lot of that has to do with when you get in the Libertarian Party, you learn so much, and you learn where you can tweak things and where things will work. And that's the difference between you. You've went more left, I've went more right, and that's just what's going to happen.
But I always wonder if, like, I don't know if I really so much went left. It's just more or less, you're actually believing in what your party said they believed in. Because if you're Democrat, I know you said you came from the Democrat, Blue Dog Democrat. If the Democrats were still preaching and doing what they said back in the day, it's a possibility you might still be a Democrat, because there would have been no reason for you to leave. I left the Republican Party because they were preaching small government, let everyone live their life as they see fit, and yet they did it completely opposite.
They basically on the Democrat side too, Blue Dog Democrat's more or less a centrist Democrat, but at the same time, there was stuff there with the social stuff that needs a little bit cleaning up, and the Libertarian Party is that group that addresses that. We addressed marijuana well prior to or legalization well prior to the Democrats. We also discussed LGBTQI, well prior to the Democrats. There are things that they take.
The Libertarian Party have been in the forefront for many things, and the Libertarian Party will continue to be in the forefront for many, many, many things. While Republicans and Democrats play catch up, it's just time that we use our voice, and we start. And as an individual that we both know said, we need to quit using this as a social club and actually get serious about it. We are a political party, and we need to start making changes. And when people see about the legalization, which I call for the legalization of all drugs, but when legalization of marijuana takes place, it was not the Democrats that fought for it. It was libertarians that spent years and years and years of being told we were anarchist drug users, who changed the minds, who changed the hearts. And for anyone out there that's celebrating right now that we're going to get legalization of marijuana probably here in the state of Virginia, which I do see is going to happen, which I'm fine with, I'm going to say this now. In a few years, they will be treated like tobacco users, and it's not going to be cool and hip, and we're all going to be sitting there calling them dirty dogs and so forth and so on. And so just go on and prep yourself for that, my friends who smoke marijuana. Even though I don't partake in it, nor do I want to partake in it, that's what's going to happen. So we're at the 18-minute mark. I said we were going to be a short one tonight, Dean. So finally, for anyone who's stuck with us this far, please click on that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and
smash that like button. Smash a heart
button. Share the video. If you agree with us, if you don't agree with us, please leave a comment in the section. We would love to hear from you. And until tomorrow, follow us on Twitter. We are MaxLib. And until tomorrow, I will see you. Dean will see you later. Stay free, my friends.